Are you kidding me? Who told you that?
It's a known fact.
No. Incorrect. Incorrect. You are absolutely incorrect.
Everybody knows at school.
There's always three sides to a story: his, hers, and the truth. Welcome to He Said, She Said, South Florida Style, starring Amy Schreibman and Mike L. Mudassy.
Typical caveman response.
Logic versus illogic.
Yes, and apparently I am the only one with logic in the room.
My wife tells me that all the time.
Exactly.
Listen to learn more about what he said and about what she said.
How does Noah deal with this?
He deals with it very well because I am in charge,
Understood.
as most women are.
Not in my household.
Oh, please, please stop it now.
No, Abby's in charge
You're damn right she's in charge.
when she's home with the kids.
And maybe, just maybe, you can pick a side. And now, here's Dr. Amy Schreibman and Mike L. Mudassy with our show.
Hello, everyone, and we are live on He Said, She Said. I want to welcome you to our show. What are we in our fourth show?
I think this is our fifth show.
It's our no.
Yeah, we've already. Yeah. Hey.
Shut up.
Pop the cherry. We're
Yeah, well,
done.
all right. It's our fifth show. He's got to be dirty. Got to go right for dessert right away. So we are here, and we are Dr. Amy Schreibman.
I'm no doctor, but I'm Mr. Michael Almudis.
But he plays one on the radio.
Yeah.
And we have a lovely guest this evening. Where's Freddie? He's coming. But we have Brittany Reedy with us today. And she is a critical care nurse, which I can honestly say that I have mentored and trained since how many years now? Do we know
3.
each other? We know each other 3 years. She calls herself Little Shribes because she wants to be
She's a
like
real
me.
pain in the rear end, too,
Yes,
huh?
she is.
No.
Yes, a little
Don't
bit.
go too far.
A little bit. So we got a little young blood here. What are we? 20 what?
26.
That means I am.
28?
She's twice my age plus 3.
You told me you were like 37.
She looks 37.
She looks 37. Yeah,
She's
22.
gorgeous. That's all I can say. But I was very excited on our previous show. We had a lot of Bronx shout-outs. I just was very excited about that. But I have to say, I have a really interesting thing that I want to bring up this evening. There's a new study out. You know, I'm like all about the studies. That says
Is this what Pumas do? They
this
just
is
like
what Pumas
review
do.
studies every day?
We do studies too.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll be lucky enough to be in one.
Oh, I would like to be that.
There's a new study out that says getting even or getting revenge actually makes you feel better. Do you think that's true? And do you think you should turn the other cheek, or should you? What should you do? We're Italian, Brittany. So what do you think we should do?
Brittany, what do you think?
I think it depends on the situation.
Okay. Meaning.
Sometimes we have to turn the other cheek.
Okay.
You know, we can't.
My mother used to say Jesus said turn the other cheek, but he didn't say get black and blue.
That's a good idea,
I like
too.
your mother.
She's not with us anymore, but she's here in spirit. I'm telling you, this camera much better. I look nice. The other one.
I don't know
not so
about this
much.
angle with
Yeah,
my
I think
hair,
you're always
though.
beautiful. You
Yeah.
both are beautiful.
Just depends
Abby's
on
not
my
Mike
listening.
is just basking in beauty this
I
evening.
am.
So what do you believe? Do you believe that you should turn the other cheek, or do you think that
It
you
de-
should
It depends on the situation.
suck it to him, baby?
I think if it's your spouse, revenge is wonderful.
Oh, stop that.
That's like the worst. No, you can't do that.
No. I personally think that I agree with you. It depends on the situation, and a lot
That's
of
a
times.
cop-out.
No, a lot
From
of
a
times
Puma
in the
like you.
bathroom.
Wait a minute,
I
wait a
am
minute.
very I prepare. No, it, like,
What
see, you don't
revenge
want to
do
go
you take
down
in the
that road.
bathroom?
No, I practice what I want to
Oh,
say.
okay.
But
you
I don't
sing in
think-
the shower?
I do a lot of things in the shower.
Okay, this is a different show.
okay.
We're drive time. We're not
You
late
asked.
night.
I didn't bring
We're not-
Ken. He
we're not
brought it up,
Skinamax.
not me. Ken
We're not
gets mad.
Skinamax.
He's going to yell at me.
Yeah.
I can't. I got to keep it clean. Yeah. No, I think that revenge is sweet. It is. It is sweet. But I think living well is really sweet. What do you
Yeah.
think?
I think it depends on the situation. If it's something really means something to you, sometimes the weakness inside yourself wants a revenge to defend your position or defend you or your family or whatever, and that causes that feel good moment. But afterwards, in my experience, usually under my Irish Catholic guilt-ridden.
He's Irish Catholic Dominican. He's a damn mess.
Dominican.
I'm getting Latino
Oh,
and
no,
I'm
God,
Irish.
no,
yeah.
Yes.
Don't get me started.
So wasn't your ex a Dominican? We're not going to go there. are
We're
we?
just never going to visit Dominican Republic again.
Oh,
Okay,
man,
that's
see? Well, I think you feel great at the moment, but sometimes, depending what the revenge was, you have some guilt afterwards.
Okay. But I don't know. I think if you're really not a nice person, I'm almost going to curse, Ken. If you're really not a nice person, I think it's okay to do that. Like, there's somebody that I have been waiting for a very long time to
Don't do it.
do it. No, but you know what?
But Noah's such a nice guy.
No, that poor man.
What did Noah do?
No, not Noah. It's not Noah. It was the one before Noah.
Oh.
And yeah, he can't die fast enough. No offense,
Wow.
but yeah, there you go. But anyway, that's okay. So let me ask you this. You're a young girl. You go on dates, you meet men, you're cute, and they think you're hot and all that stuff, because it's true. But let me ask you this. When you start dating somebody, how long does it take you to, like, fart in front of them?
I never do that.
You have never,
I
me neither.
never
You
done
never
it.
done that?
Never done
Ever?
it.
What about
No.
doing the number two?
Never.
Never.
I've
Never.
20 years married, never
It's
did
just
number
not
two.
okay. There's just boundaries, and you just don't cross that
That's
boundary.
BS. I've never heard so much BS in my life.
Yes, no. I have.
No one's never home. What are you talking about, Noel? You
Well, that's
can't-
true. No, I have, apparently when I'm sleeping,
It's
but
awful.
I don't know that. And then, but
But the house has been nuked
yes.
afterwards.
But I never number two.
Oh, wow.
No, no.
I don't think that women should ever do that. I just don't.
Gentlemen, call us in 1-888-565-1470. Let us know what you think.
It sounds good.
I don't think that's attractive. I have to be
Oh, I don't
honest
think it's
with you.
attractive for your first date or maybe your second
think
date.
it's
But by
attractive
the
ever
time
in
you're
the
dating
scheme
someone
of
or
things.
married to someone for how many years?
20.
20?
But you don't need to do that.
Yeah, but sometimes you could just be in the
But he's very
bathroom
respectful
and you're.
to me too. He never did it in front of me.
Well,
That's gross.
If you live together, there's a lot of different places you can go and discreetly do things.
that's true. That's true. However, when
I
you
love
have a
that
household
VI
full of
poo.
kids, you need some.
That VI poo thing now that's out, they
is
call it
that?
devil's donut. They spray it in the bathroom to get rid of the
You
devil's
just
donut.
courtesy flush.
I just
too,
think
you
it's,
know?
no, I don't think that works. I don't think, come on, you're a nurse. That never works. That never
But
works.
speaking of nursing,
Yeah.
how long have you been a nurse?
2 years.
2 years. Have
Yeah.
you ever seen anything kind of freaky at the hospital?
Is that a serious question?
That's a serious question.
Wait, besides
Freaky-
the residents
Besides- yeah.
and the
Like,
physician?
Have you ever been hit on? Have you ever found somebody doing something in a hospital room?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
really. And were you participant? No.
Was I what?
Were you a participant?
No, I'm never a participant. I'm always an innocent bystander.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know about that.
So this happens frequently.
Frequently.
Really?
Very frequently.
Between nurses, doctors, or doctors and patients, or nurses and patients. What is this?
I don't know. I mean, it can go all different types of arrows. You can shoot it in a bunch of different ways.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
So it's like TV.
Something I choose not to get involved in.
Yeah, yet you're young. You're 20.
Like,
You're
it's like
26.
real life Grey's Anatomy. It does happen.
was
It's true.
Yeah.
And you never number two where you work.
Yeah, you
just don't.
Yeah, you don't
You
stick your
don't.
pen in company.
No.
I broke the rule though.
What? You broke the rule. You said you've never cheated.
No, I broke the rule.
You
when I
didn't
you
really
did
break
better
the
than-
rule
Noah.
because
He
he,
was a
wasn't.
student.
He was a student,
Yeah,
so
so-
it didn't count.
But he was your student.
No. Well,
There's laws against that. There's
There you
laws
go.
against that.
I
Puma.
guess at one point he actually always says to me, he's like, "So what'd you do for junior prom? Hang around like the grade schools?" I'm like, not funny.
Funny guy.
They wished, but anyway, yeah, working as a health professional has its challenges. I think it's the most. One time it happened to me. I had a patient's son and left me a Valentine's Day gift on my desk. I was the head nurse.
But you weren't my
No
father's
joke.
nurse.
I'm sorry.
You weren't my father's nurse. Oh.
No, but seriously, isn't it gross sometimes?
It's gross.
Yeah, and the doctors are
we
little
won't get
gross.
it.
Yeah, we're not going to get into that. But I just
But
have,
who's taking advantage in that situation? The doctors or the nurses?
well, I think
Or is it a
could be
mutual
either way.
thing?
It could
I
be
think
mutual.
it goes both ways though, because there are some nurses
Oh, that just
who love it and they're like all over it, and
Okay.
then there's some who are just like, "You're really creepy. I need you to just step back 3 feet. Like you're in my bubble.
Got it.
It's too
Yeah.
close."
I do have to do one thing.
Whoa.
Go
Hopefully.
Packers.
No.
Yeah, Dallas. I'm a very big Eagles fan, so I'm very happy that Dallas burnt in flames. Andrew Schreibman, this is for you on Dallas, and Nancy Walter. I just have to say that. So I have to just say something. You all know Lindsay Lohan.
Yes.
Apparently, she's converting to Islam.
Really?
I say go with God. Maybe that'll help her.
Maybe it will help her.
Last resort.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Could you imagine those poor those poor people. They have to deal with her now. They have enough on their plate.
And we're gonna get like nasty calls and
No,
like
no,
lawyers
nothing.
calling
I
us. saying
think
we're,
it's.
you know,
I am not making comment on any religion. I'm just saying now they have to. They have enough to deal with
no,
right
no.
now.
I was thinking about like Lindsay Lohan's like attorneys. You know, right?
Whatever. Call
whatever.
me.
Call you.
Why? Like it's not true? Come on. And also, Kim Kardashian is now back.
Oh, for God's
She
sakes.
posted her first family picture on Instagram in 3 months.
Really?
I think she'd take another 3 months
Yeah.
to rethink.
She's going
what's
with,
going
through
on.
withdrawal.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? First of all, I have an opinion. Gee,
Yeah, go figure.
But I think no, seriously, she's got a kid that's a directional signal, north, west. Okay, she's got a husband that has about, and anybody can call.
Oh,
He has
no.
no talent.
Oh no.
Okay, and he is nuttier than a fruitcake. Yeezy. I'm up.
Yeezy?
Yeah, Yeezy needs to stop it.
Yeah.
I saw
He's
the
all right
Oh, come on! I saw the fashion line. It looked like Band-Aids. Everybody looked like they had a Band-Aid on. No, they all got to stop. Sit down, son. He
But
needs to sit
but
down.
you think about the Kardashians though. They have been
$1
wildly,
bajillion dollars for doing
wildly
nothing.
They're
successful.
smart.
They're
Very
smart.
smart.
They're
They've been-
smart.
I
they've
hate what
used
to
the
do.
system
I
to their
hate
advantage,
when people
and I
say that,
respect that.
what are they famous for? Because they're smart. And
They're
your
smart.
Dumb daughters and sons buy into all that.
Listen,
Yeah.
I buy Kylie lip kits.
Do you
so
really?
I
Why?
do.
You have very nice lips. You don't need those lip kits.
They're great. They're matte and they last all day
Really?
and all night. And I think you should buy them.
All right,
you
I'll
know?
try it. Because I'd say I need to do that now. It's another thing I need.
I'm endorsing the Kardashians.
Guys,
Some of them.
Some of the.
I like Chloe's new show though, the
What is-
Revenge Body one.
What
It's
is-
getting people fit. I
Okay.
like that.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like her the best.
She's doing something, you know.
The other one looks like a squirrel. The one that does that's with Scott Disick, whatever his name is.
Oh,
She looks a little squirrel. Very nice girl though.
Yeah,
She
you
looks
met
like a
her?
squirrel. No, she seems like a very
jeez.
nice
Yeah,
girl.
yeah.
Seems
Whatever.
like a nice girl.
Amy, I think we have John on the line. John Walsh from Walsh Trading
My
up in Chicago.
favorite guy. John, I have to tell you something. Come on, are you on the air, John?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes,
We-
we can. And I have to tell you something. I cannot tell you how many of my girlfriends thought you were just so amazingly sexy because you were smart.
Wait a minute. I have to interrupt you. All your girlfriends, that's the blind and
No,
the... yeah, okay, all right.
they really did say that. Well, one of my friends likes Mike too, but Abby, I'll tell you about that later. And seriously, they all were like, that guy. I'm like, I know. I was in the room with him.
John, tell Christiana.
All right. Well, I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
John,
So, I'd like to say one thing though before I answer any questions, because you guys, you were talking about revenge, and I do want to say two things. I mean, you're Italian, obviously, which I love, and I'm getting some chicken Vesuvio next time I
Oh,
get down.
all right, I promise.
And Sinatra, the best revenge in life is to live your life well and be successful. And Marcus Aurelius, which I'm reading Meditations again,
Nice.
which is an amazing book, and it's a fairly easy read, but a little in-depth. But nonetheless, everything is ordained by either the gods back then or God, and all things are laid out, and a person has to accept anything that happens to them and kind of move on with that and roll with it, so to speak. I'm using our terms today.
I
but,
agree, though, with you. I agree with that because I think it makes you who you are. Each experience makes you who you are.
So, John, do you like revenge or not?
No, I think. Well, listen, I'm not sure I'm going to get into that, but what I'm saying is that I think we have to accept certain things in life and accept that they make us who we are. And I think that those are anything that happens to us is important for whatever reason it has happened to us. And I think it's important to accept that. And I also think that, quoting Sinatra, a life well lived is revenge against people who have tried to, take things from you or to put you in a position that you don't want to be. And you move beyond that and you just be bigger than that. He certainly, if you read anything about him, has had major ups and downs in life. But was a pretty epic figure from a historic perspective in show business, and so I think that's pretty cool, and that's got to be the toughest business to be in, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Not
That's right.
Show friends at show business. So anyway, that's my that's my little foray into what you guys were
That's your soapbox tonight. Well, John, I got a couple questions for you because after the show last week, we had a bunch of callers call in, and they wanted to get more information about the managed futures and what they really are. And some of the questions were, was it a mutual fund? Is it not? So can you kind of elaborate just, kind of quickly here on what managed futures are and how do they fit in a portfolio?
Sure. So anyone who's involved in the commodity futures business has a Series 3 license. If you're in securities, you have a Series 7 license. A Series 3 license allows you to either be a broker or to be involved with managing money, which would be a CTA, a commodity trading advisor. And so managed futures are controlled by CTAs, commodity trading advisors, and set up typically as an individual account with typically as little as $15,000 up to a seven-figure account, depending on somebody's net worth.
Hey, John, quick question here, follow-up. So somebody can open up an account for $15,000 or $20,000, but they don't have to manage this. Your firm will manage that for them, the buying, the selling?
We will help. Well, let me be specific. We as a firm, we have personal customers and hedge business. We will help somebody choose a CTA, a commodity trading advisor, somebody that has a track record in commodities, and that track record could be anywhere from an emerging CTA, which is new, up to 5 to 10 years. And without discussing specifics, a person's track record is laid out in front of them, and it will show you the drawdowns and the winning years.
So you help the people, you help the potential investor get the right CTA in your firm to help them with that part of their portfolio. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, and Mike, let me put this in perspective too. Commodity trading or investing is not for everybody. Okay. So we look for people and we advise people who have a certain net worth where this is risk capital, okay? I'm not interested in somebody investing unless it's purely risk capital. And also, but what I also want to say is, you should take a percentage of your net worth. So
what percentage, John?
5 to 10% is reasonable.
And where would people call you? Give us your contact information so everybody on the air can give you a call.
Okay, so somebody could call us in the office at 800-993-5449. Again, 800-993-5449, or they could send us an email at info@walshtrading.com.
Perfect. Well, John, if you can stay on the air, that'd be great. I know Amy's got some more questions and more of her wonderful Pumalicious commentary for and issues.
I do. I like this Pumalicious thing because I don't like being called a cougar, so he calls me.
She's a grand cougar, which is also considered a puma.
Okay.
John, you've met Amy, so she wouldn't be considered a cougar, right?
Well, I think she's a beautiful woman.
Without a doubt.
Italian women in general are beautiful just by nature.
We are.
So,
That's a fact.
That is a fact.
Yes, we are, as you can say.
I'm full of Italian women here tonight.
Lucky bunny.
Yeah, well,
I'm a
it
lucky.
sounds
You're so lucky.
and I'm not actually in viewership. I'm not viewing the show, so whatever's going on in there tonight is
I'll
pretty
send you a headshot with an autograph. How's that? And you can put it in your office.
John, you can put it on Facebook Live, and you'll be able to watch us live right now.
Yes, you can. And you can watch us on He Said, She Said. You can go to our website, He Said, She Said, SOFLA.com, and you can see us there live as well. We're also on Facebook and Periscope. Or you can listen to us. This is radio. We are on WWNN 1470 AM and 95.3 FM.
And call us, 1-888-565-1470.
There you go.
Call us.
John, thank you. That was so interesting. He just, how when don't you like a guy with an accent, like an English accent? He could, be...
Like English, like British?
Yeah, like,
When they
French
talk to you like this,
Oh, my
like,
God.
hello,
Could you
darling.
die?
You do that pretty well.
I know,
You're-
it's my alter ego. What
Your
can I
alter
say?
ego.
There you go. Oh God, it's just, I don't trust any man with an accent, but I do like listening to them. I think it's cool.
Como
I don't-
allez-vous, oui, oui.
Yeah, that's enough for me. I'll follow you anywhere. No. But speaking, since John is such into the business world, and you're obviously a businessman, do you think business is business, or should their emotions be involved? Should you take things to an emotional level?
That's a great question. I think
I know.
because you came up with it. Yeah, right. You probably found the question on 4 a.m. this morning when you woke up. Actually,
Yes.
you're probably up at 3 a.m.
Yes, I was.
Business is emotional, and I think I've read and heard a lot of comments both ways. You got to keep emotions out of it. A lot of successful people said that, and other people say no. It's your life and your blood, and especially in small business. So it is emotional. It's your well-being. But I remember one of the funniest things that ever happened to me. I'm out to dinner with a bunch of people, and a gentleman who I respect looked at me and says, "Mike, you really wear your emotions on your sleeve." And he was trying to give me a dig, and I said, "You're darn right I do, because I want everyone to know where I stand.
I
No
don't have a
BS with
problem
me."
with it.
So I think you have to be emotional. I think if you really care about it, I'm not so black and white as a business person, not to care. And
I agree.
if you don't have some emotion about it, then I think you have to look at self-respect and what's going on.
But for what we do, I think we have to walk a very fine line
True.
with emotion. I cry. I still cry after
cry all the
33
time.
years. After 33 years, I still cry. And sometimes I just have to leave the room
Right.
to go cry. But I think, like you said, I think it's important because I think the fact that you do have emotion and that means that you do care and that it means something to you. So I think that that's important. You look very tan today.
Driving around with convertible.
See, there you go. It's a hard life being him.
It's
you
a
know?
hard life.
He's got a beautiful
the
wife.
I get to meet you during the day. I have a beautiful wife.
Coffee for
That's
yourself.
right. Coffee. It
Beautiful
could be coffee, could be rum, but that's a
Salad.
different
Whatever
story.
works,
Whatever
you know?
works.
No,
Who
a
knows
beautiful,
what's in the
beautiful
and
co-host.
most importantly, I'm with two Italian ladies right now.
Let me tell you something. You all wish you were him right now. Let me just say that.
It smells wonderful in here.
I'm sure it does. Oh my God, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Just everything's just great.
I don't know about that right now. I don't know. I don't know what that means. We're very sensitive to smells because we're nurses. I can smell
geez.
somebody. I can tell you what's wrong with them. No? Right? I taught you that.
Yeah, a lot of different smells. that
Oh,
we
jeez.
Now we do.
That's a whole different show, guys.
Yes,
That's
it
a
is.
whole
But we should
different
talk about that. No, don't you find a man that smells good attractive?
Absolutely.
I'm going to tell you something.
It's like
this is
a number.
true
It's like a
story.
deal breaker almost.
If you stink,
Yeah, bye.
no stank,
Gotta
please.
go.
But I was young. I was in my 20s, and I was in Macy's in Manhattan, and this man had Polo cologne on. I followed him until
You're
I
like-
could tell him, "Sir, you smell so good." He must have thought I was insane. And he's like,
You're probably in
"Thank
milk
you."
cartons.
I'm sorry.
You're probably
no.
in milk cartons.
No, I was the post
woman was chasing me. The woman was chasing me down Macy's.
No,
in
oh, I
New
love
York.
it. I love a
That's
man
true.
that
Women
smells
do.
good, but I don't like a man who smells good because he puts
He
puts the
douses himself.
cologne.
Whole
No, when he
bottle.
puts the cologne on the stank, that doesn't work. You can't. You got to shower. It's
Yeah.
really important, and then you have to smell.
Twice a day, 3 times a day.
I'm a twice a day girl. I shower before bed and I shower in the morning. You can't go into bed dirty from the day.
No, I agree.
No.
Brittany?
I feel like nurses shower like 3 to 4 times a day. You leave for work, you come home, and you feel like you need 2.
We all undress it in our hallways because
Yeah.
it's really gross.
You just
Or the
like as you
garage.
come in the house, it's just like
We deal with a
go.
lot
You
of
got-
things
it
that
has
you
to
guys
go.
don't understand. So, like when you say you're tired with
Right.
things like ew, like when we ask you to kill a bug and you don't want to, like seriously, dude, you know what I just pulled out of somebody's behind right now? You know, like
Oh,
don't.
jeez.
It's
Yeah,
true.
I was
Am I
ready. I was
right?
ready to kill some kids last night. My kids, by the way.
Tell that story today.
Oh my God! My wife and I would decide to go to a movie. She just got back from a girls' weekend, which is great.
Which I have to say, Abby, you are very lucky. My whole family would blow up and explode.
Yeah,
Go
my
ahead.
kids were well fed and they were pretty good while the wife was away. So I'm happy about that. But my wife
have a
and I
good
decided
mother.
to go see a movie. We saw Patriot Day, excellent movie, tearjerker at the end, really.
I don't want to cry.
It
Cry
was
enough.
no, but Mark Wahlberg did a great job.
I
Anyway,
love him.
He's a good actor. So we got home after like 2.5 hours away from the kids. We come home to a disaster. Now I can't swear. It's a nice show. We can't do that in the air. But I was ready to scream and have an artery burst because there was stuff everywhere. The dog had gotten into the garbage. The dog had pulled out the toilet paper from the rolls. The dog was doing, everything, and there's poop and there's all sorts of stuff. So, and the kids.
There would have been F-bombs flying. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. No, there was a few of those.
I would have
F-bombs,
I would have burnt the house.
S-bombs.
I would have
Yeah,
burned the
yeah.
house down.
So
A lot of bombs.
right now things are pretty calm because I got 3 grounded kids in my house for the next week. So it's nice. Now I leave tomorrow.
So what? Well, poor Abby's by
Poor
herself.
Abby, poor Abby.
that's convenient
Yeah.
for you.
Oh,
You
yeah.
I
ground
have a
them for
question
3
to
weeks.
ask you. So how do you ground your kids?
Well, we take away everything, like all electronics. And
I like
now
that.
a 13-year-old, I have 3 boys. 13-year-old is on the iPhone all the time, 24/7. So that's taken away. He only gets it at school.
Okay.
And Then the middle one and the little one, they both have their iPads and their tablets and the TV.
See,
There's no TV
they
for
pull
them.
this baloney of, that's only for school.
Yeah, BS.
That's a lie.
Yeah, well, they need it at school and they need to study. But now, for instance, our oldest one always wants to fight us and study in his room. No more. Sorry,
Maury
you're downstairs.
Povich determined that was a lie.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
No, we're not doing that.
That's it.
You are
Not
not the
doing that.
father. No, but no, I don't like that. It's very hard. My oldest guy is. I take all screens away. The little one, anything that involves sporting events or going outside, becomes no. That's not going to happen. They don't like me very much, but I don't care. I tell them, and tell me if I'm wrong. You're a man. I'm not raising you to be my son. I'm raising you to be somebody's husband and somebody's father.
That's right.
And if
think
you're going to
they
be a
miss that, though.
jackwagon, not on my watch.
No, right. And I'm not your friend. I'm not your friend.
I am not
when
your friend.
we're older, when you're older, we're friends. But right now, I'm your father. I'm your dad.
No, I don't even want to be their friends. I tell them that all the time. I would never hang out with you. You smell. That's what I say. That's not true.
And
But
Brittany, you have no kids?
No
she's
kids.
so
No kids?
smart.
No.
She's single too, so
So
fellas.
yeah, 888-565-1470. We're auctioning off a date with Brittany.
Yes, actually, we
Miss
will. If you
me.
have the correct credentials, we will allow you to go
Amy
on a
and I
date.
will critique all
We
the
will have
applicants.
to critique the applicants, but well, I don't know if you really want to critique the applicants, but we will. Anyway,
I have to defend your
We are
friend.
at the end, defending my honor. Love this guy. We are at the end of our show, and we welcome you to come and see us again next week and listen in. Again, take down the number 1-888-565-1470. He Said, She Said on Facebook. He Said, She Said South Florida style, and He Said, She Said SOFLA.com.
You do that so well.
I know I have good tongue teeth,
That's right.
and I'm leaving it at that.
Is that
Brittany,
what you like,
thank you.
teeth?
Yeah.
Yeah, teeth.
Thank you for coming. I hope you had fun. Will you come back?
I will come
All right, you have to talk more though next time.
Well, I couldn't get a word in it.
Well, you know, isn't it true? It's terrible. But anyway, that's it. And we had a good show. And thank you for coming.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
You've been listening to and watching He Said, She Said South Florida Style. Join us every Monday at 6:30 p.m. on AM 1470 WNN and 95.3 FM. Or watch live on Facebook, Periscope, or AMP2 TV to talk about hot topics and what makes opposites attract.